welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be an exciting video for me because this is my box opening of my first SD size ball jointed doll, and I am super excited. So first I just want to go over like all the changes and what's going on. So you guys know, if you've been hanging around for a little while, that I put Miomi up for adoption. She was my very first ball jointed doll, or one of my first, and she was a bit of an impulse buy that I probably should have never purchased. I had already purchased my holy grail doll, you guys know, which was my LUTS Kid Delf Loid. I purchased her, and of course I had to wait 3 months before she arrived. However, as I was scouring the internet and just learning more and more things about BJDs, I did discover Junkie Spot. And Junkie Spot is a USA dealer of ball jointed dolls. So it was really appealing to me to be able to order a doll that's in stock in the USA, and I could have it and enjoy it within a week or less. So I impulse bought Miomi. Now, even though Yoko was the first doll I purchased, like I said, I had to wait 3 months before she arrived. Miomi came in the mail first, and after Yoko came, I just found all kinds of faults with Miomi. She wasn't exactly what I have fell in love with like Yoko was. So ultimately I put her up for adoption, and what fueled that, of course, was me falling in love with another doll. You guys know how the doll hobby goes, whether it's reborns or blights or whatever. You see one doll that you just have to have, and you just can't justify having two really expensive dolls, especially if you're enjoying one more than the other. So I sold Miomi, and she is now off at her new home. I'm so excited for her. The collector that purchased her found us on Instagram. This particular collector specifically collects MU dolls, which was the brand that Miomi was from. Their collection is made up of MU dolls, so they were just so ecstatic about it, and I'm so happy that Miomi went to a good home. So after that, I really wasn't on the hunt for a new doll. I already knew what doll I wanted. I knew I wanted to go larger. I wanted a bigger doll. Well, specifically, I wanted a male doll, and a lot of the sculpts that I liked with the more mature faces were larger dolls. So I fell in love with the LUTS Senior 65 Gray. Oh my goodness, he's such a cute boy, and hopefully I remember to input a picture of what the LUTS Senior 65 Gray looks like. The sculpt is just, oh, he's so cute. If you're into BTS boy band right now, I feel like a lot of my style is gravitating toward that sort of look. I don't know why, but I'm just loving dolls that have that kind of look. But I did fall in love with the company photos of Gray, and in the photos there is a normal skinned doll, like a more fair skinned doll with dark hair and dark smoky eyes, and he just has this grungy, moody artist kind of look to him, and I just loved it, and I just had to have him. So ultimately I decided that the money that I got from Miomi's sale, I would just save up so I could purchase me a LUTS Senior 65 Gray. So that was my original plan. However, you guys know I have been heavily involved in DOA, which is the Den of Angels BJD forum. That place has really been a really good resource for me. It's really fun. I get to talk and communicate with other ball jointed doll collectors, and even more so, I get to learn a lot of things because whatever questions I want answers to that I can't find on Google search or anywhere else, I most definitely can find it on that forum. So recently I applied for marketplace access, and the way that works is you have to be a member of the forum for a certain period of time and have made a certain amount of posts before you're allowed access to the marketplace. And it's just a safety precaution. Everybody wants to be safe making purchases online, and that's one way that they're able to you know, weed out any bots or any scammers or anything like that. So I've been on the forum a while, and I have access to marketplace now, which means I can browse and buy and sell BJD dolls and items on the forum, which is really, really cool. So I won't say made the mistake, but I was browsing through ball jointed dolls for sale in the large category. So this is probably like, what, 54 centimeters and larger. Yoko is, I believe, 42 centimeters, so that kind of gives you an idea of the size range. So I was in the large category, just browsing, just looking to see, you know, how people price dolls and just things of that nature. And you guys, I found my boy. Now, he wasn't the LUTS Senior 65 grade that I wanted, but as far as his aesthetic, his face up makeup, how I wanted his expression to be, and generally his size, he was perfect. Like, he was the one. He was as close to gray as I was going to get. And not only that, he was half the price of what I would have paid buying directly from LUTS. Plus, I don't have to wait 3 months. So I went back and forth and looked at that page, I don't know, for maybe 2 or 3 days, and I just had to go for it. I had to go for it. There are a few things I was concerned about with the sale. Mainly, I said I wasn't going to go the secondhand route because I didn't feel like I was educated enough to know the difference between if I end up with a recast doll or, you know, just things like that. I was concerned that the seller didn't have the certificate of authenticity, but the seller was able to prove, like, show me receipts of the purchase they had made of this doll. There was plenty of photos, any photos that I asked or requested. They were willing to take the pictures for me to reassure me that everything was good the way they described. And it was, and yeah. So this is the intro to this video, but I've already opened him up and looked at him. So if this sounds kind of weird, then you know. But I was supposed to do this part before I opened him, and I was just too excited. So I'm doing it after. But you guys, like, it's everything I could have wanted. I was definitely surprised at how big he is, and it's funny because this doll is actually smaller than the Senior 65 that I originally wanted, and I honestly do not see myself getting any BJDs that are larger than him. Like, he is it. Like, I don't want any dolls that are larger than that. Like, it would definitely start to take up a lot of space. But so yeah, that is the story of this boy and how he came to be. I have already ordered clothes and wig for him to get his fashion style together. And once all his items are in and I have him dressed, I'll be able to do a name reveal for you guys and basically introduce him to my channel. I'm super excited. I am currently writing a story and a backstory for all of my dolls, which you guys can check out at dollylove.com/stories. I will have a link in the description box, as well as putting it in this video if you guys want to check out what Yoko's story is, some of the people that are going to be involved in her story. Now, I plan on having dolls of similar sizes involved in that story. So this boy that I have today probably won't be a part of the story just because of the proportion sizes. I mean, technically it doesn't matter, but I have to look at them. So I have to look at them and take pictures of them together, and it's a really huge size difference for me for them to actually be a part of the same story. But I don't know. We'll see. Who knows how I put it together. Everything's still being developed as far as the story is concerned, but I am extremely happy. I hope you guys enjoy him. I will warn you and say there is doll nudity. He does have anatomically correct dolly bits. It is a boy, so you've been warned. You will see that. But yeah, so that is it for the intro, you guys, and we can get to the very quick box opening. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Alright, you guys, so I am here. I have taken the outer box off so you can't see our addresses. So once again, this is my LUTS Senior Delf Loid sculpt, and man, he is big. Just for a quick comparison, here is Yoko on top of this box, and there is plenty space. So he is going to be a big, big boy. Super excited. Reborn Daddy is standing in the background giving me the eye.
What's up?
Okay. Yeah, you can talk.
Oh, snap.
So here's the pillow.
Oh, you got a whole pillow. You don't let me.
Oh my gosh.
Big boy.
This doll is freaking huge.
You gotta get a car seat.
Whoa, like he is not only tall, but his limbs are thick.
Thick.
Wow, wow, wow. His head's a little twisted around.
That's the US
Oh my gosh, look at his face. It's so beautiful. Okay.
You're beautiful.
Let me get him out. I think, okay, at the bottom here, I have his booklet. Hopefully the original owner will be able to find his certificate of authenticity and mail it off to me. But for now, I just have his booklet from LUTS. He is a legit doll. The previous owner was able to verify that, so I'm not worried. But wow. So I'm going to take his wrapping off. He's nicely packaged. Everything is wrapped up nice and safe. Yeah, Reborn Daddy's over there whispering, be gentle. I am, because I don't want to scratch him or anything. Holy crap. This doll is huge. And to think that there is 2 other sizes bigger than this. There is no way I would want a BJD that's any bigger than this. I'm just surprised at how thick the limbs are. I don't know why I thought he was going to be slimmer. When I went to the BJD meetup in July, I was able to see a few SD size dolls and hold a few of them, and they were definitely big and weighty, but I don't remember any of them having limbs as thick as this one.
What does SD stand for?
So SD stands for Super Doll Freak. Volks was the first company to make ball jointed dolls, and they had their own naming system for the sizes. But all the companies after that just decided to adopt their naming system for dolls and the sizes. So SD is smaller than this, so when someone says SD size, well, MSD is smaller than this, so you kind of get a general idea of how big the doll is no matter what company you're shopping at. So SD is like the biggest size you can get, but of course there is smaller and larger SD size. It gets a little complicated, but over time you're able to figure it out. So
SD in the Gundam community stands for like super deformed or something like that. So it's like,
oh, so Reborn Daddy's in the Gundam building community, and they have similar abbreviations, it seems, but they're different. It sounds like they're different.
Yeah.
So if you haven't noticed already, doll nudity warning. His privates are out. Sorry, you guys. That's why this couldn't be on YouTube Kids. But anyways, oh my gosh.
make sure you blur it out in the post.
I'm not blurring anything out. He's so cute. Oh my god, his hands are insane. So I'm gonna take the camera down so you guys can see up close. OMG, look how beautiful his face is. He is just the look I wanted. His hands are sculpted so beautifully. Like, I'm sure at some point I'll be doing some kind of details video later on when all of his clothing and his completed look is all together. But for now, I definitely wanted you guys to see his face. He doesn't have his eyes in, but I'll be sure to include a picture of him with eyes so you can get an idea of how he looks. And yeah, that is my box opening of my new LUTS Senior Delf Loid. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. Like, I will be doing another BJD size comparison because the size difference is so crazy and I love it. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!